Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and the nerfs and buffs have been announced. We're going to go over all the patch notes. Before we do that though, I do have to say we hit 57,000 subscribers, and Nova just wants to say thank you and announce that we're going to be doing our road to 60k, meaning every 1,000 subs until 60,000. We're going to be doing a giveaway, starting off with our first one of I'm going to give Nova away. Nova, she wants to be given away. She can't take me anymore. You sure? Actually, no. We're going to give away $300 worth of Hearthstone packs out of my pocket. All you have to do is like and comment on this video, be subscribed to the channel, and again, once we hit that next 1,000, there'll be the next giveaway announced, and it'll be bigger and better every single time. So hit that sub button, make me grow broke. But anyways, let's take a look at these nerfs and buffs. Are they good enough? Are they going to make me go mad? Let's take a look. So patch 24.03 will be going live probably by the time you see this, should be 10 o'clock Pacific, and there are a bunch of card changes to go over, a lot of buffs, a lot of nerfs. I think pretty much we already know the nerfs. We already knew alignment would be double-sided, and yeah, that's the way it is. We hear you, although why not just delete the card? I don't know, I'm still worried about this is going to be a polarizing, frustrating card with it being just one-sided. Like, your opponent can still scam a million mana the next turn, and sometimes it actually is a downside for yourself not to get hit by it, but we'll see how it plays out. They can't lock you out with that second alignment, but I'm still concerned about it. I rather they just kill the card rather than make it like just more polarizing, but there it is. We have the Stag Spirit Wild Seed. The Great Bow is going from a 4-2 to a 3-2. We already knew that. I don't know if we're getting a full dust refund for every Wild Seed card, but I assume we will. We'll also make a Zeddy rant video. Maybe there'll be description later in the notes. Again, I am reacting basically live as we speak to all this. We already knew Snowfall stays a 6 mana minion. It's a 5/5 instead of a 3/3, but it no longer scales with every minion it freezes. That means the Macaw will also not scale, and the Bolner won't scale, right? It'll just freeze the board, which will stall to win conditions. Still be pretty good. I think it'll still be played and frustrating, but it doesn't create that lethality on its own. You have to have another win condition, which I imagine Denathrius will be a big part of that equation. And yeah, I don't think this is going anywhere. I still think this is still going to be a played card, but it's definitely not going to be as toxic, as frustrating, but still definitely going to be a frustrating card to have your board frozen a bunch of times. Vile Library, again, it loses the initial +1/+1, basically gives a friendly minion +1/+1 for each imp you control. This card's still, in my opinion, just broken. Ridiculous. Yeah, you're losing +1/+1, but you can still hit what, 6 imps on the board because the location takes a spot, and that's still +6/+6 for 2 mana. It's still ridiculously cheap. I think Imp Warlock's still going to be basically busted because its hardest counter got really hurt, while Imp Warlock barely got hurt at all, and it's the top deck in every single rank. Even top 1000 legend right now, Imp Warlock still the best, and I don't see that changing a heck of a lot. We have Cobalt Illusionist going from 4 to 5 mana. This is a wild change, and yeah, that's just going to make it so you can't cheat out with sketchy information, right? But that's it for wild. That's it for wild changes. Big Priest does the exact same thing as this card. Exact same thing, but better because it reses it all the time. That's unchanged, and it creates that same frustrating thing. Quest Mage is unchanged, Pillager Rogue's unchanged. Then we're gonna have a bit of a video talking about if this deck, Big Rogue, is unhealthy and it's only existed for like 2 weeks, really, the way it is. Why does it get killed so quickly, but Quest Mage, Pillager Rogue, Big Priest get to stay? It's really weird. I'm glad this has changed. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad about it. But at the same time, why are those other decks considered healthy or okay for the mode if this isn't? It doesn't really add up to me. And it does say that Spirit Poacher, Stag Charge, Wild Spirits, and Airlon will be eligible for full dust refund. So every Wild Spirit card will get dust. So that's great. The Relic Vault goes from 3 to 2 mana. Kind of expected that. That was one of the confirmed ones already. And it helps a lot. When I played Relic Demon Hunter, the fact this thing costs 3 was just so painful. And now you can curve into Phantasms unless that's buffed. And Relic of Extinction buffed from 2 to 1 mana. Also good change. So you can play this on 1. You can play Relic Vault on 2. You can play the Relic Vault and Phantasms, or what I think it's called that, and get a 2/2, 2 2/2s and 2 3/3s. That's a really good curve if you hit the nuts. So that can be good. I don't know if it's enough to put Relic DH over the top, but we'll see. It certainly isn't going to hurt. hurt. Shaving mana off two of the big parts is good, and I would like to see Phantasms probably get buffed too, the token generator, but the card draw card definitely could stay as that. Bibliomite goes to a 5/4, so even more aggressive. Millhouse Manastorm, no longer the biggest statted 2-drop. It's Bibliomite as a 2 mana 5/4. I guess he had that dormant hunter minion that would attack always face randomly, but this is the first ever minion that's not dormant or anything, that's just a 2 mana 5/4 right out the gate, but you have to, you know, shuffle a card in your hand back into your deck. We have Magnifying Glaive going to 3 attack, so was originally 2 attack, and I will say that felt really bad playing the card when I was achievement hunting at least, but yeah, I don't know if it really will address the issue with the deck, but it's just getting more aggressive. It's getting more aggressive. Maybe it's worth it, but I feel like you're just going to lose to Imp Warlock still. I don't know. I feel like you're going to lose to Imp Warlock and probably Rogue because, well, we're going to look at Rogue in a second. Abyssal Depths. This card was 4 mana, is now 3, where you draw your 2 lowest cost minions. So yeah, if you want to tutor out your Vandar on curve now, you can do that with something else if you're lucky. Not if you're lucky, if it's your lowest cost minion, right? Maybe this enables a new Vandar deck for Demon Hunter where you play Abyssal Depths on 3, you always Vandar on 4, and unless you've drawn it, but then that's fine, you play it, and maybe that's something like a big DH. Like, this is a relevant buff. This could be relevant, and 3 mana draw 2 minions, we already know is good. We've seen it with Rogue and all of that, so yeah, expect this card to maybe see play, maybe, you never know. And yeah, Battleward Vanguard, that's a 2/2 again. I thought the nerf on that was fine. I thought the card was reasonable as a 2/1, and it's buffed. Why are we buffing cards that already see play? I don't like, personally, I don't like this style. I like to buff new stuff, interesting stuff. This card still sees play. I mean, it's fine. We know it's good as a 2/2, but it got nerfed in the first. Whatever, I'll take it, but I don't get excited for that. And Armbound Brutes, 7 mana now instead of 8, because that got nerfed when the questline was really prevalent. They don't cycle through their deck like they used to, and I don't expect that to really pop up. This card's probably pretty safe without Glide Skull, but maybe Relic DH, I don't know, should be fine. Brute me, dude. The meme's back, so there you go. The invitations for Pure Paladin are now 2 mana. This is a buff in Duels as well. That'll shuffle those into your deck in Duels as a passive, and that's a really good passive in the early game, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, makes the Countess a little bit better. Now it's 9 mana. Kind of got to do that play. Still very slow. Don't know if it addresses it, but a welcome change. I would have preferred to see it 1 mana. Honestly, 1 mana. I feel like he could do it. Stand Against Darkness. Odd Paladin just got nerfed in Wild. This is 4 mana. It's 4 mana 5/5. Man, that's kind of crazy. They really want Dude Paladin to work out. And oh my goodness, Warhorse Trainer now gives +2 attack and taunt. This originally was a 3 mana 2/4, was buffed to the corset to a 3/4, and now it's buffed again to give taunt. They really want Dude Paladin to work. Will it do it? This card at 4 with the objective, that like whole bunker thing, that could be really good. So look out. Maybe Dude Paladin will do well enough. Pure Paladin got 1 buff, the invitation, and then we got promotion. Now gives +3/+3 and taunt, because I don't think the problem was the stats. It's just there's not enough support. And we'll see. I don't know. Stand Against Darkness is the card that looks the best to buff. Look out for Dude Paladin. It's got a shot. These cards seem ridiculous, and they already had good stuff, so I don't know if it could compete with, Imp Warlock. And, well, let's take a look at Rogue. We already know this is going to 3, but yeah, we'll see. It's pretty interesting to see. Maybe Dude Paladin can work. Edwin to a 3 mana 3/3. This will get nerfed. I can't imagine this stays at 3. And we talked about it in the video. Why don't they buff other card draw options? They did. Why do we need to buff every card draw option for Rogue? Sprint's 5 mana. It was originally 7. Now you can prep Sprint for 3 mana draw for, discount it more. Silver Leaf Potion is 1 mana. Do we need a buff Edwin too? Who's working for Blizzard on Rogue here? Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, they got a lot of card draw now, I guess. Rogue, I think, is going to be insane. Just 3 mana Edwin alone, not so much this stuff. It is just, this card is nuts at 4. Today, someone hit rank 1 legend playing Lambie series like Miracle deck with Edwin at 4. He hit rank 1 right now. This card's cards getting buffed in that, and it's already being run. Yeah, look out. I think this is going back to 4 really, really quickly, and I don't know if these are relevant. Sprint's probably the closest to being relevant. Weapon Rogue. I mean, you can just play this with the regular dagger. It's 1 mana draw to you. Like, these are all just... They're all good. Rogue, yeah, we got Rogue to be top tier. And Hulkius also getting buffed. I was like, why not buff Hulkius? Well, now it has stealth, so it's harder to interact with. So yes, Paladin got a couple of buffs. Priest got nothing. Warrior, well, let's take a look at Warrior. Warrior got, there's so many buffs. It's crazy. The location now gives +2 attack instead of 1 attack. That's really strong. It's basically Cruel Taskmaster for 1 mana. This location's not that bad. It's just the support for Warrior, don't think is there. Imbued Axe, the infuse is down by 1. This was really hard to get the infuse on it. It really was. Even Wild with Skipper and stuff, I just found I was playing it before it would ever infuse. So good change. And it's a really strong weapon if the Archetype can work. Cruel Taskmaster is a 2/3 now. Don't think it matters, but yes, it's a 2/3. Might matter in Wild, where Skipper procs are a little bit more. So that's pretty good. Tidal Revenant is unnerfed, should never have been nerfed in the first place. So there you go. Shield Shatter is back. Again, probably shouldn't have happened in the first place. So can answer maybe Imp Warlock a bit better. So Control Warrior and Rage Warrior get some stuff. Is it enough to bring it back? I don't think so. Control Warrior, I don't know how it... Oh, and Slam is 1 mana. Slam is 1 mana, and Bash is 2 mana. Okay, that's a lot of buffs. Bash at 2 destroys Odd Warrior and Wild. What are we... Can I get some dust back for Baku? But no. It's kind of in line with all the other 2 mana deal 3, so I like it. Slam feels right at 1 mana in today's Hearthstone. And yeah, these cards are reverted. So Control Warrior maybe can make a bit of a comeback. They didn't get from the depths reverted, thankfully. Nelly's not reverted or anything, but Control Warrior or Rage Warrior, they have a shot. These are a ton of buffs. I think Rogue is the big winner. Paladin, Dude Paladin's a pretty big winner. Demon Hunter, I don't know if it's enough. We'll have to see. And then the balance changes are pretty minor outside of like Snowfall and maybe alignment, but I'm still not sold on alignment being that big of a change. Let's take a look at the rest of the patch notes if there's anything of interest, but yeah, really big changes. We got Battlegrounds. Go watch It's Ben, Nicolina, all those people that I always recommend for that. And yeah, there is a Duels update as well. Brittle Bones now only triggers if an enemy minion is destroyed the spell, so you can't sacrifice your own stuff to get skeletons. Good change. Killmox is now an imp. Darius' first hero power is now down to 2 mana to 1 mana, and Fire at Thee is from 3 mana to 2 mana. And Grizzled Reinforcement, which can create another cannon, is 6 mana to 5 mana. So that's a lot of good changes. Darius could actually have a shot because those hero powers, that was my main criticism, was they're too expensive. So there you go. And they removed Duels achievements based on heroes not in the game. Spoiler alert, if you saw that, it was like Tess and I think something else. I think Darius, not Darius. Howlmaster Shaw maybe. I'm not sure. Let me know. Anyways, that's all the updates. They should be live like any minute, usually 10 o'clock Pacific. A lot of good changes, and Rogue scares the living crap out of me. We'll see. Is it going to be Warlock and Rogue now at top? Or I still think Imp Warlock's the nuts. I still think Druid is going to be crazy. I don't know how much it shifts the meta, but we'll have a day 1 review to figure it out. And if you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.